Very good morning, class. Today we are going to discuss the next topics of production and operational management, which is micro motion study. So first of all, let us see what is micro motion study. In micro motion study, we have already discussed that in this we are going to record all the small things like micro machining operations. Even a small operations will be recorded. So what are the steps generally involved in recording is, first of all, we need to film the operation. So by using some cameras, by using some CCTVs or by using some standard cameras, we're going to record all the operations which are happening in the industry. Then we analyze the data, like we will see what are all the steps which are existing in the film. Then we will start writing a record of all the data using some SIMO chart. So SIMO charts are nothing but simultaneously motion cycle charts. In this, this is the list of the operations. In this, what is the operation on which we are going to film, and what is the film number, what is the chart number, what is the methodology, is it a present methodology or proposed methodology, then what is the left hand doing of a employee and what is the right hand doing of an employee, and what is the time recorded. Everything will be written like this. So with this, what is important, what is the importance of this is, when you are trying to film both the things like present and proposed method, then we can able to understand the differences and we can remove the unnecessary operations. And the importance of this is it provides a permanent record of motion studies on the film. A large number of operators can see the procedure. At any time. Okay, films can be easily reveal the difference between the present and proposed method. So this is the very most important things. Films can be demonstrated to a large workforce at any desired speed. So the speed, that is nothing but generally while watching movies or something, we can able to fast forward the movie or slow the movie. So in this way we can able to demonstrate for a large workforce, means for all the employees together. When one person is performing, so his work can be projected to all the employees, so that what is the unnecessary things what he has done doing while performing the operation, and what is the easiest way of performing, both can be made understood the whole workforce. So it provides a very accurate time for each operation. What is the amount of time required for the operation, since we are recording these things. Okay, so it is also helpful for a detailed and accurate analysis of the prevailing techniques. Means here we are comparing the previous and the present technique, that is nothing but proposed and the present technique. We are able to accurately detail them and understand the differences. To study the activities of a machine and the operator. Yes, obviously, while you are recording things, we can able to see the activities which are performed by the men as well as the machine. So to impart the training to the workers, as I have told now, so when you are recording things and you are making the projection of all these recordings to the workforce, so looking at this, it can be provided as a training to the new employees or the employees who are much newer to the work which is being proposed. So we can able to make them understand how you have to perform this task. To study the relationship between the activities of the operators and the machines. So we have to make them understand. We can even able to study how the machine and operator are working with respect to each other, to obtain the motion time and develop the synthetic time standards. So this is nothing but when you understand how much amount of time is required for a particular machine, then you can able to generate time standards. Like you can say that this machine will only take 10 minutes. If some person is taking 12 minutes, means he is not a good employee. Like that you can able to generate some synthetic times for the various elements. Okay. Next is memo motion charts. In memo motion charts, the speed of the camera will be recorded as 60 to 100 frames per minute. So it can be time lapse, means all a large operation which has been taken for 1 hour can be shortened or can be made into like 3 to 4 minutes or 10 minutes, and we can able to reveal that in a fast forward motion. Okay, so here they have given 10 to 20 minutes video can be compressed to 1 minute. Next is next recording techniques of is a diagrammatic method. We have already studied that in method study. We are going to record the things by different techniques. So what we have studied is, first is macro motion studies, next is micro machining studies. In charts we are going to these are two types in charts, whereas in diagrams we are going to see flow diagram and able to string diagram. These two are the in terms of diagrams. So this recording techniques is nothing but diagrams. In this we will draw the paths of the movements, and we can able to understand the traffic and the frequency of different routes which an operator is going to use again and again while performing the operations. Identification of backtracking nothing but going back to the original position. Or obstacles means when he is able to move his hand from one object to another object while replacing or while loading and unloading of the objects. What are the obstacles he is going to fail? Those things we can be able to see. The study of different layouts and select the optimum layouts. What is the layout of an industry is nothing but if there is a particular office, so you can see that in a particular office everything will be arranged in a beautiful manner. Similarly, in an industry, all the machines which are existing in your shop floor, we need to arrange them not in a beautiful way, but in terms of reduction of all the other activities, like reduction of time span, reduction of obstacles, reduction of what is the workforce done by the labor. Everything has to be reduced so that the machine should be arranged sequentially as per the operations. And another way of arranging them is we can arrange as per the specifications of the machines. All the lathe machines can be arranged to one at one place, all the other machines can be arranged in other method. So this will help you in carrying out the different operations in a shortest span of time. So these are again layouts in which we see the most important layout is flexible manufacturing system, which we will see in other topics. Okay. So first type is flow diagram. In this diagram, what we will do is the layout. What are all the machines existing in your shop floor, to what area they are present. We will scale them. For example, it is present for an area of 1 meter or 1 kilometer. That will be scaled to some 100 centimeter, also that will be scaled to a A4 sheet. And relative machines, relative position of all the machine tools, workbenches, what are all the existing in him, we will try to correlate them basing on that scale. For example, two machines are at a distance of 50 meters. So we have scaled them as we have overall room is scaled to 1 centimeter or some certain centimeters, A4 screen. So then what will be the distance between these two machines? That we will calculate and we will try to mark them. And paths followed by the subject under the study is to be traced. So what is the path? Study is nothing but the labor who is going to study this. We have to record all these things in a drawings. Okay. Each movement is serially numbered and indicated from the arrows. All the things will be numbered and we will try to draw them using the arrows, which is first operation, which is second operation. We will show them. Different colors are used to denote the types, whereas in this I have not shown the colors, but whereas I have shown the arrow marks, like this is the first. Here it is going to, whereas this is storage first, this is operation first, operation 2, operation 3, operation 4. Next this is operation 5, whereas they have given it as a 1 by 2. So from here again it is going to, so in this way they are going to show you the different flow diagrams, as well as they are showing the arrow marks which is going to happen first and from where the machine is going to go to which machine. In this way we are going to arrange. Whereas in string operation techniques or string recording techniques, so strings are used. Strings are nothing but threads are used to measure the distance, record the pattern of movements. So same way in this, instead of using lines, we are going to record by using a thread. We will try to trace the path of the labor by using different threads, and within a particular limited area. We will not go for all the areas, and the repetitive movements can be conventionally traced. Okay, so in this same, what are the sequences, what are the steps we need to follow is the layout of the workpiece of the factory is drawn to the scale. Same you have to draw on a scale on a soft board, like in previously I said it to be drawn on a A4 sheet or something else, whereas in this we will try to take a A4 board, like your EG soft board will be there, and that they will try to pin all the things, like all the machines we have shown. So those machines will be shown as a pins, so that I will show here. So these are the various pins. So we will try to fix the pins, just like in your notice board there are pins. So we will try to locate all the work, all the operations or all the machines in them. Then the pins are also driven at a turning point. Like if some particular at some point that the worker is going to turn or the material is going to turn, that position will also be kept as a mark, because at that position his velocity, his acceleration will be changed. So the measured length of the thread is taken out. So we'll trace all those paths, and what is the thread left out, we'll subtract that from the original length, and we'll try to able to understand. The distance covered by the object is obtained by measuring the remaining part of the thread and subtracting it from the original length. Okay, so in this way we are going to trace back all the things. So in this way you can beautifully understand. You see here there are at some position there are 3 lines of threads, at some position there is only 1 thread, there are 2 threads, so basing on the type of operation. Okay, so next recording techniques is cycle graph and chronocycle graph. So both records the motion path of an operator. In this, what they are going to do, the best, so the movement which are very fast and very difficult for a human eye can be traced. So in this, what is the thing is, we are going to trace by using a human eye. We are going to film, basing on the film we are going to trace that. But whereas in this it is not easy for a human eye to see some small minute operations. So in cycle graph, what we are going to do is, these techniques, both cycle graph and cyclochronic graph, are developed by a scientist called by a person called as Gilbert. So in this, what he is going to do is, he is showing all the things like this. In this cyclography, a small electrical bulb will be placed onto the operator's finger or operator's any hand, at any part of the hand or any part of the body. Because it's some operations which are, when it is moving fast, we have seen some time lapsing is happening, or regarding fast forwarding. So while doing fast forwarding, some things some small minute things will be missed from your eyes. To avoid that, what we are doing is, we are using a bulb onto a hand of the labor or operator. So the path of the light in which he is traveling, obviously along with him the light will try to follow. So all the places which the path is going to be followed, that will appear as a continuous line, because he is moving. When you are trying to move the fast forwardness, the light which is on, it will try to move faster. When you try to project it, it will show you as a line. So that indicates the direction of the light. Whereas the main problem in this is, you cannot see from which position to which position. The direction cannot be understood. Okay, only thing we can understand is, the person is moving from here to here or here to here. Both the things will be shown as a white line or a continuous line because of the bulb. But whereas you cannot understand from he is coming from machine 1 to machine 2 or machine 2 to machine 1. So that is the drawback of this. So when you are completely seeing this, then we are going to record those things. So it does not indicate the direction and speed of the motion. Whereas if it is a continuous, if the operation is continuous, it will show you as a closed loop. Okay. So whereas in chronocycle graphs, what is happening is, in this same, whereas in that the light is attached to him, and in this also the light will be attached. Whereas the bulb will not be a continuous bulb. In this, the bulb will, we give the bulb in such a manner that it will be given as some amount of particular frequency to the circuit. With that particular circuit, the light will be switching on and off. So light flashed on quickly and off slowly. So the bulbs is attached to the body echoes, motions are to be traced out. As a result, we do not achieve the continuous path. Rather, a dotted line will appear shaped dotted out is photographed. So here the light is getting off, but getting on, but it will not get off at a time. So because of that, it will get off after a certain delay. So because of that, there will be small gaps will be happening in the continuous line. Previously it was a continuous line, whereas in this, a small paired dots will be formed. Usually the frequency of the interpretation, this frequency for the light which you are giving is 10 to 30 per second, 10 to 30 per second. So for every 10 seconds or for every 30 seconds, we will make the light on, for after that we will off for 30 minutes, like that. So the more the spacing between the dots, more it is indicating that tumbling or hesitation of the body or member at that point. So what are the advantages of this chronocycle graph and chronological graphs is, so all the types of movement, that is either it is complex, very fast or unrestricted movements, can be recorded, because of the light we can able to see the smooth motions, even though with the naked eye you cannot see, but the tracing of that light can be easily done. It can be used for training purpose when the superiority of one motion pattern is shown as a better than other. So yeah, obviously, like when you are recording things, so which is better motion, is it from motion from 1 to 2 or 2 to 1 is which is superior and which is good one, which is having less restrictions, which is having large, which will take less time. So those things can be recorded. So it can be used for methodology improvement. So what are the methods you are followed? How that methods can be improved. So these graphs provides an aid in explaining the pattern of motion which is used for performing the operations. So if a new person who is coming into industry like manager or something else, you can able to make him understand what is the pattern, what is the methodology, what is the technique you are going to follow in your industry for performing certain amount of job from the job shop to the delivery, or from the raw material to the finished product, how it is going to happen. So what are the limitations is when you are attaching a light to any part of a body, either it is a small light or some extra thing is added to labor, so he will not be able to work freely because he is attached with some extra things on his body. So very good. And another thing is, for recording all these things, there will be the photographer required is very skilled one. He should take the photography very clearly. Okay, these techniques are not very common because of their specialized nature. That is nothing but they require some special kind of things. So these are not required. Next is, after recording all the things, what we are going to do is we are going to examine them. So as we have defined, we are going to examine them. Okay. So is it correct or not? What is the reason of this? We need to cross question ourselves. Is this, which methodology is correct? Either it is a micro machine, macro machine, or either it is a flow diagram, or it is a string diagram, or a chronocycle graph, or a cycle graph, which is most which is benefited. So among these all 6 methods, which will be a best method, we have to, when you will understand this by critically examining each and everything. So for examining, what we will do, will systematically and progressive series of questions will be asked. Like you will have a set of questions based on the reasons improvements are found. So if you are going to get these answers for these set of questions, you can able to provide the reasons why you are going for the improvement. For example, you are using some particular system in your industry. Now some person is coming and proposing you a new technique. Why you are going to new technique means, first of all, you should know what are the drawbacks in the previous techniques. How you will understand that? By asking the questions to the workers. Take an example. If you in previously the mobiles were huge one. So why the industry has been evolved mobile phones of a smarter phones is when they ask the questions from the customers, what you still need from the mobile phones, what are you expecting, so they will give you the answers. Basing on that, you will change your products. So using of questionnaire techniques reduces the possibility of missing the information. Obviously, when you are asking n number of questions, so you will understand what is the information which he is trying to give. So you can record all the questions, all the answers from him. So the popular procedure, this is the most popular procedure of carrying out the critical examination. That is, first of all, you ask the primary questions. What is the need of phone? So the need of mobile phone is to talk. So first primary thing is talk. Secondary questions are like you need a camera, you need a music player, you need a video player. These are extra features. So by seeing these questions and by seeing the answers of this, you can able to add few qualities to your phone. Okay, selection of the best way of doing each activity is later determined to develop the new method which is introduced as a standard practice. Okay, so the critical examination. What is the critical examination? Is primary questions are the purpose, the place, sequence, person, means. So what is the purpose of carrying out this operation? At which place we need to carry out this operation? What are the sequences in which the operations has to be followed? This operation has to be performed by whom? By what means? Either by using a lathe machine or drill machine, mill machine. By which operation you need to carry out? So in this way you are going to carry out the things. Okay. So whereas in second operation is what is done. So here is for which it is done, purpose. What is done, why it is done, what else to be done, what are the next operations to be done, what should we do, where it is next in the terms of places, where is it done, why is it done there, okay, where else can be done, where should it be done. So in this way the sequence of questions can be achieved. Either it is a primary question or secondary question. So all these answers should be recorded. Okay. So next is developing, and so already we have critically examined. Now we have to improve the new method. So how we can improve the new method? Eliminate the all unnecessary operations. When you have seen that all these techniques, either it is a proposed technique and what is primary technique. that is nothing but proposed or present technique. So among these, what are all the unnecessary operations that you have to remove? Next is combining the operations of and elements. Changing the sequence of operation, either you can able to change the sequence of operation, you need to change it. Simplify the necessary operations, you need to simplify them. Steps involved in development selection. In development, what you need to do is, first you have to evaluate the alternates like present and propose. What is the evaluation which is giving good results? Investigating either in terms of technology, economic and feasibility, economical feasibility. In terms of technology, for example, you might be doing a project, you may have a number of ideas, but is that idea correct? Is that idea can be achieved easily? Is it feasible in the industry? Is it can be easily used in the industry? So in that way, we have to see, we have to cross verify us, then we have to go for the selection. Okay. Next is principles of motion economy. So in this, we are going to study the motions of human body, work arrangement, and the design of tools and equipments. So okay. So whereas in terms of human body, both the hands should begin and end their basic division of activities simultaneously and should not be ideal at same time. Both should not be ideal at same time. Okay. Momentum should be employed to assist the worker wherever possible. Next is continuous curved motions should be preferred to straight paths. Straight motions involving sudden and sharp changes in the direction. Yeah, obviously when you are going to take a sharp cut, it will be difficult, whereas it is a continuous curved position, it will be good. So in this way, the human hand or the machine activities of all the human body should be triggered, and his work that can be done by the feet should be arranged. For example, if you see a stitching person who's stitching your clothes, his both the hands and the legs will be working together. Both should not be kept ideal or both should not be used. So in this way, we have to use beneficial way. Okay. The twisting motion should be performed with the elbow bend. Twisting motions. So this twisting motions can be performed. Okay. So the principle related to the arrangement and the conditions of workplace. And now this is for human beings, whereas this is for workplace. How the place should be arranged. Fixed location should be provided for all the tools. As an employee, when you are working fast, your hand should be access to the tool and they should be continuously placed at that point itself. For example, your mother will be keeping all the kitchen. If you go and watch the kitchen, all the things will be arranged in a sequential way. Even she goes in midnight, she can able to access a salt or pepper or anything very easily. If you are going to kitchen, if you are trying to replace, she will say, don't replace, I will not be able to understand. Okay. So these are in the same way, when you are working in an industry as a management, you should try to eliminate the unnecessary things and you should keep the arranged fixed position for the tools and materials, so that the best sequence and eliminate the search and select, where here we should not be selecting and searching. Whereas if you go to again mechanic shop also, he will keep all the 12 mm spanners one side, 14 mm spanner, 13-14 spanner one side, so that he can able to access them easily without any thing. And the best way you can see this thing is in medical stores. In medical stores, they will be arranging all the tablets, all the things in a particular way, so that any person who is having a basic knowledge can easily access the tablets. So then here the next is the gravity bill. So when you are arranging the parts, so when the part is moving from one part to the other part, you should try to use the gravity or drop delivery. What is gravity is nothing but with the use of gravity itself, the part should try to move from one position to another. You should not try to use some extra machines or extra human labor for transporting of the part from one part to the other part. You should try at least, is it possible to arrange the machines in such a way that the part can able to go from one machine to other machine by using some gravity. Okay. Use may be made of ejectors for removing the finished parts. Ejectors means nothing but some extra like the things if you are trying to remove instead of unloading by human. So we can able to try to use some ejectors which can able to remove the part from the machine. Work table height should be permit work by the operator in alternate sitting and standing procedure. So the work table height should be in a proper way, so that the human should not able to feel it difficult to reach, and it should not be too down so that he cannot able to bend down. So it should be in a appropriate manner so that he can able to stand and he can able to work, and when he is not working, he can able to set. Okay, so in this way you have to arrange. So this is nothing but the principle of motion economy. So in this way, if you see, so where is the maximum distance, what is the normal distance, what is the, where he tried to assemble the parts, so what is the maximum extended arm, in this way we can able to read. Okay, so the principles related to design of tool and equipment. So tools and equipments, what we generally do is we use some colors, shapes and size codes to maximize the speed and minimize the error. Use simple on, off, either or indicators wherever possible for tools and equipments. For example, if you are having some automated machine, how you are going to automate the machine? For example, you see your water motors. If it is on, it will be showing the green button. If it is off, it will show the red button, in that way. So you can use that. All lever handles, wheels and other control devices should be readily accessible to the operators. Yes, obviously when you are, if you see a lathe machine, if you go and stand in front of a lathe machine, if you see the head stock, tail stock, the switch on button, the shifting of the belts, if you see the feed rate, everything, tool post, everything will be accessible to the machine. So all the levers, either in terms of a regular machine or any CNC machine, they should be easily accessible to the operator. Okay, so use quick acting fixture to hold the part material upon which the work is happening. Okay, so with this we will stop. Next topic is installation proposed method, that is recommended phase or implementation phase, and we are going to maintain this. I will take another class today in part section B, then we will able to clear this part. Okay, so with this we will end the work study initial part. Then we will be having a second part in this operation, that is your nothing but your work measurement. So that will be the second part of your operation in unit 2. With that we will close our unit 2.